All right, I got to say, it's a super day today. In the trading room, we took advantage of this early morning move, and we jumped in around 46. We used a different screen for the entry, but we jumped in around, not 46, around 50, and just kind of played it down. Took the double bottom, and everybody made a fistful of money, which I'm always happy to see. A couple of guys took the reversal and traded some QQQ. So it's always nice to see that people are making money in the markets and making some good decisions and some good choices. Looks like everybody's getting the idea of risk management. So you could trade as often and frequent as you want. Just have good risk management. There's 1,000 different ways to trade the market that are correct. There's one way that's incorrect, and that's without a plan and without some downside protection, without risk management. So, bearing that in mind, every style should make you money, as long as you have a good understanding of the style. So, here's the 60-minute. I would argue that the 60-minute is beginning an uptrend. That bar's not too encouraging. Would have been nicer if it closed on a strong hammer. But tomorrow there's a Fed meeting. Fed minutes are being read tomorrow. And historically, people kind of shy away from the market during that time. So we got to take all the technicals with a grain of salt and just see what tomorrow holds us. But that's a mighty strong bar right there. And the dailies are... obviously bullish. The daily momentum is obviously bullish on S&P 500, so we really can't argue about that. Let's see what the weekly looks like after last week, and then what we began this week with. So we've got that. We've got a divergence on the weekly, which is kind of ominous because obviously, being such a high time frame, that's a big move if that divergence triggers. But I mean, we're going to have to break below the 42.72, and today's just not the day. And we only got 3 days left to the week. So hopefully, this was a very bearish move. I'm kind of encouraged. And I'm glad to see it did that little retrace to the 23%. So let's look at something else before I say again. We'll go through things. Let's first look at Mr. CLOV on the daily. Yeah, this is just a sleeper, man. I mean, I don't know if you want to keep playing with this nonsense, go ahead, but there's plenty of places to make money. I mean, this is overly bearish right now. Might find consolidation over here, but there's nothing here to encourage me to make a move or lower my cost or get involved or anything like that. And the daily, I mean, it looks like the daily might be flattening out, but I'd rather see a decent bottom. I mean, there's a pretty good support right there at 995 plus or minus, but it just seems like it's flattening out. Just uninspiring. What else are we looking at? Here's a new meme stock that probably has a similar pattern to all the other meme stocks. And yeah, right now the 60 minutes kind of negative, so I don't see an entry there. And the daily's negative. I don't see an entry there, but this one is starting to get some attention. Another squeeze play, TLRY. TLRY. No entry for me though. I mean, if it turned around and broke the 1920, I might be interested, or at least it might trigger an entry. I'm really very rarely interested in these things. Another one is this purple company. Yeah, well, yeah, you know what? At least this doesn't have the pop, and all the gaps and everything that the other meme stocks have. So this one right here on the daily, the momentum is actually shifting, and you could look for an entry at 28.88 on this. Let's see what the 60 is telling us. That's interesting because you could take an earlier entry at 28.15, but they're so close that that kind of gives it strength in my eyes. Yeah, we're neutral on the momentum here, but it could turn around and pop right there. So I would watch it for the 28.14 if I wanted an earlier entry. But nothing yet, nothing to compel me to get into. And then the granddaddy of the internet these days, AMC. Ooh, and that 60 minutes looking rather bearish. So, no place I would take an entry right now. And that daily, man, I mean, that daily is just pushing down harder and harder. A little reversion in the histogram. That 34 might be looking good. I mean, I'm definitely bearish on it as far as the dailies go right now. I wouldn't look to add to my position or enter anywhere. That's the short of the long, man. I know the apes aren't going to like it, but yeah, that's the unbiased technical opinion of that position. Yeah, I wouldn't say that all is lost, but I certainly don't see any area to enter it right there. So that's basically it. That's my wrap up. Tomorrow, again, we have the minutes at about 2 o'clock. That's going to be the major focus of the market. Thursday is oil. There's really nothing going on. And next week kind of kicks off earnings with JP Morgan and a couple of banks. So I appreciate everybody stopping in and having a visit. Hit the subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when we're up and running. And hit the like, it goes a long way. If you like what I'm doing over here, you want to support the channel, there's a PayPal link over there that you could help support the channel and help me get up and running. If you share the Twitter handle or share the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm looking for those subs, like to be at 500 before the end of July. So anyway, I appreciate it. Have a good day. Happy trading.